Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of Fizzer fame. Pleased to meet you. Why don't you guess my name? What's going on, boys and girls? Halfclickup here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the first Fizzer Friday of 2022. Oh, Evelyn, you filthy, dirty girl. Yup. Woo! My. This baby girl is just itching to go back to the track. Am I right? There's that cold lope, man. We're gonna have to nurse her. Gotta nurse her. So it's been in the 20s in the morning for the past couple of days. Ridiculous. And here we are. Of course, it's Fizzer Friday, and it is actually up in the low 40s right now. Still got the balaclava on because this bike doesn't cut the wind near as good as my Triumph Tiger does. Old Trenda. Yeah. Yep. Well, so it's the damnedest thing, really. For what, 5 years now? 6 years, really. Yeah, 6 years now. I've been running these Woodcraft clip-ons, and so what we're about to get to is that little hole right there. But so they come with these little plastic bar ends that just kind of slide in there, friction like. This one's really tight, it doesn't move at all. But like over the past couple of weeks or whatever, I had noticed, and didn't really pay much mind to it, but I had noticed that this one I was able to turn just a little bit, and I'll be damned, I came out to the bike this morning, and lo and behold, the freaking thing is gone. So anyways, for the longest time I've had the Woodcraft weighted bar ends. It's weighted bar ends that are just for the Woodcraft clip-on kits, and I've had it on my little wish list with Revzilla for years now, guys. And I'm kind of frugal when it comes to like buying bike stuff, unless it is a really required performance part, or if I'm kind of forced into a part replacement, and so it's kind of opportunistic. And so that's kind of how I viewed this situation. I can't very well have an empty bar end, so I ordered the Woodcraft weighted bar ends. They're like 50 bucks. And while I was at it, I was like, you know what? These are 2009. You can tell how worn they are. 2009 factory grips, man. I'm like, so why not? Here's the opportunity to replace those too. So here, if you look up here on the screen, there is the Woodcraft bar ends. What, you can get them without weights too, but you know, the clip-on kit, if you guys out there, if you have the Woodcraft kit on your FZ6R, you may know what I'm talking about. But this lightweight aluminum is just a little buzzy. I've gotten used to it over the years, but transitioning from the Tiger, riding it all week, onto this bike on a Friday, it's a definite difference, and the buzziness gets noticed all over again. Anyways, to say all that to say this, I ordered these, check these out, these nice grips. I don't even remember the name brand of them. They're 5-star reviews, but of course you'll see right here what brand they are, and they have a splash of blue to go with our little blue theme that we've been working on for a while now. Anyways, those grips were like 20 bucks, so yeah, it's a little bit of an investment, but you got to show the old girl some love from time to time. Oh man, so I've got these big old thick gloves on, man. Let's not do 75 and a 40. Okay. Easy. I got these old sliders. $20 gloves made in Pakistan. That's a 3M thermal lining. Excellent glove for 20 bucks. I've had them for years now. Got them from competitionworks.com. I don't even know if you can still get them. But the only problem is that on a tight bike like this, working the clutch has always been a bit of a challenge in the freaking cold winter time. Oh man, I'm telling you, on these crisp cold days, you got to have a balaclava. In case you're wondering, the one I rock is a Dainese. I think it's like 40 bucks on Revzilla. Oh, it's all about your core, man. It's all about your core. You can keep the wind, the cold wind off of your core. You're gonna be all right. That's the thing about it, dude. In this cold weather riding, your legs can go numb. Don't worry about it. It's it's everything else that's got to stay warm. Dude, I'll tell you something else I've been planning on here in the near future, and that's changing my own tires. Any of you guys out there change your own tires? You know, I kind of pride myself on doing all of my own maintenance, and honestly, the only bit of maintenance I don't do myself. Am I recording? Yeah, I'm recording. Okay, that's the thing about it. This GoPro Hero 7 has not missed a beat yet, but I just don't know its habits yet, and I guess since it's brand new, it doesn't really have bad habits yet. So it will. I'm sure it will. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the only thing that I don't do myself is change tires, man. I always bring my tires to a shop, and luckily there's a cool little shop called Country Power Sports that is right near where I live. And since I moved here, man, I've been taking my wheels and tires to this guy, and he's been taking care of me. But it's something that I've always wanted to try. And you know, they make all sorts of little cheating tools. Motion Pro makes several of them. Tire spoons. Don't think we're gonna get around any of these guys. Let's see. Comment down below if you change your own tires and what tools do you use. So I'm thinking I'm going to need a set of tire spoons, most likely Motion Pro. I'm a big fan of Motion Pro, man. I've got several of their specialty tools and they're fantastic. So tire spoons, and then you have to balance the wheels yourself, right? So you get the tire on there, get your bead set, fill it up with there, and you've got to balance it. You can stick your own wheel weights on there. And so Motion Pro also has a balancing wheel, and it's a simple little thing. Sits on a wireframe kind of triangle setup with a little axle, and you just, you know, give the wheel a spin and add the weights on opposite sides until it quits acting funny and keeps still, and there you go, it's balanced. Anyways, I figure that's something I can do. I don't see why not. I do everything else, man. I've had this entire engine apart and sitting on a table, you know, pulling valve springs to change out valve seals and whatnot. Crap, man, if I can do all that, surely I can change some dadgum tires. Am I right? And plus, since I've never done it before, it would be one of those epic first-timer tutorials. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware of that, any of you who have been following me for a length of time and found me because of my Fizzer tutorials, but a lot of those tutorials, for example, like the chain and sprocket swap, that was a first-time deal for me. So that's one of those deals, and I don't know if I ever mention it in any of those tutorials. They've all been out there for a number of years now, but yeah, sure enough, a lot of those have been were one-offs, if you will. And so I know for a fact that chain and sprocket swap, That was my first time ever doing that, and so that was like going through it and teaching and learning all at the same time, which is a unique experience, man. And let me tell you something else, guys. The editing that is required for a process like that is absolutely ridiculous. You can imagine, and it doesn't look like it in the final product, but like when I get stuck on something, obviously I have to stop the cameras, kind of regather my thoughts, reestablish what it is I'm doing, so that it looks seamless in the end product, which you guys view on the YouTubes. But you know, it's a challenge. It really is. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, that chain swap, that's the first time I had, and actually it's the only time so far that I ever used the Motion Pro PBR tool. PBR, that's press brake rivet. Yep, fantastic tool. And I guess eventually I'll be using it again. This DID VX3 chain's got, I don't know, 12 or 13,000 miles on it. She ain't a low mileage chain, that's for sure. And I tell you, the VX3 lasts longer than the VX2. Confirmed. Oh look, 65,500 miles. Well, that's a nice round number. So anyways, guys, when these new grips and weighted bar ends come in, I'll certainly bust those out and let you take a look at those. Heck, it might even take you along for the install. Well, so here we are coming up on our typical Fizzer Friday closeout video spot thing. Video closeout spot. Yeah, that's what it is. Our typical Fizzer Friday video closeout spot. This is where we take off from this intersection, go that way on the service road, and just go too fast. Go way too fast. Essentially breaking laws and general rules of safety, all for the views. So, if you'll stand by just 1 second, looks like we're going to have a couple of cars to get around. Let's see. Let's see! Let's see. Yeah. Okay, 105, easy, easy. Oh, I think that's about going to end this one, kids. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're excited about 2022 and the FZ6R, let me know in the comments down below. As always, guys, this has been me, and that's been you. Halfclickup. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.